Hello, this is a 2 handicap game played with reverse Komi 5.5 and white won by 4.5, so there are 10 points on the board. The way white won this game was capturing these guys in the middle and the other group earlier, but in the first part of the game, black was supposed to be punished and somehow he managed to outplay white in some fights, so there are lots of interesting tactics to go over. Let's check it out. So white plays a Komoku, that's very good. Black keeps things simple. Now approach the corner, black hits aggressive, he goes for a Kakari. Now this pincer to go to some kind of more complicated Josekis. And black play his first questionable move of the game. Normally if black wants to split, he should think about P2. That's a much more flexible formation. Then white will go Keima on the side. Just jump out between the groups with a Kosumi. If black doesn't play this move, white is happy to surround at 05. Then white extends for a base on the bottom side. Can be an O-Gema or a 2-space jump. But playing the 2-space jump, the formation is flat. So white might go out either like this or just Gema. While playing K4, it's more connected to F3. So the relationship is much better. Then black will pincer on the right. White comes out between the groups. There are several ways to continue here. Usually white will just catch one stone and make some I shape. Black leaves in the corner, so black settles the group by sacrificing one stone. Then white will attack the stones on the side. So white develops on the bottom and also on the right side, while black simply secures the corner. The old-fashioned Joseki here is to play this pincer, Hane, then when black plays the attach, white goes Hane under, black will bump. Here white cuts, black goes Atari, white extends, black captures a Ponuki, the cornerstone, and white extends again. It's important for white to extend R10, otherwise, if white just plays away, for example like this, and takes Gote, black will go Atari and connect in center, threatening to catch the two stones, so white needs to play another move. And black makes a lot of potential on the right side. That's why white will finish the Joseki with R10, it's a very proper move. But this is an old-fashioned Joseki, we don't see that nowadays. Anyway, black should consider P2 instead of P3. Another way for black to play here is to attach in the corner at R3, then white can Hane and play a 2-space jump, and we have this kind of Joseki, again 2-space jump or Keima, then the vital point, go out, cut, set up a ladder. The ladder works fine here, so white has to sacrifice and extend again. So once again, black will settle the corner while white develops on both sides. So everybody's happy with the Joseki. And of course, white can play a 2-space jump, descent. Now there are two options here for black. One is to play P2, the vital point. Then white extends, black blocks the corner, white extends again for a base. And another option for black is to play the Kosumitsuke, in which case white plays Kosumi also. Black defends the corner, white extends for a base. This would be a little more modern Josekis involving that low and tight pincer. And another option for black is to go in the middle with Kosumi, and again this will separate the two white stones. So white will play 2-space jump to extend on the right. Then we have this follow-up, and black blocks the corner, white extends again. Later on, black will play S5 as an endgame move to grab a few extra points in the corner, but that's too early right now, so black can play away. Back to the game, black played the double up, and now white did the Keima, that's very good. Black attaches in the corner, Hane, and crosscut. Crosscut is a pretty good tactic to create a Sabaki. So white played Atari this way, but here white can capture the stone instead. Now when this happens, black will go Atari from the outside, white can take right away or connect. Let's say white just captures. Now already black got into a pretty heavy shape with this empty triangle. Then when black plays another Atari, white can resist with a counter Atari. And black will capture the core, but it's the early stage of the game, so it's a bit more difficult to fight the core right now. And anyway, black's formation, it's kinda heavy. Now, if black plays here, white will capture, black needs some I shape, so white got strong on the right side, then white can extend on the bottom. and it feels slightly better for white overall. Anyway, white played this Atari, and in this case, black can counter Atari from the outside, and Atari again, because this kind of call is really difficult to fight right now. If white cuts, black will capture, and then if white plays some court threat, black will capture again. So the position will collapse quickly. Therefore, white needs to connect on this Atari, then black will connect on the outside. White can link under or capture a stone, but this will just hurt the outside stone, either like this or like this. So now it's a pity that q6 gets separated, and white is small in the corner, and also entry it's kind of thin. So this would be a good result for black locally. But black decided to go down, in which case white connects. That's forced. Black links under. Yeah, if black captures a stone, white will just Atari, then separate, and now the two stones on the outside are running. So here white captures a stone, very good. Black plays Atari, and white capture right away. White can think about the peep immediately. If black takes a stone, white cuts the two stones. So black will probably connect and then capture the guy. So in the corner locally, black's formation only has one eye, but the group is not surrounded. So black will go out first. And if white surrounds the group, then black is dying. So white took, that's fine. Then attach. Now here white still wants to play the O2 move. If you play it right away and black Hane, you need to block. If black Atari, you gotta connect. But now black has to come back and protect. If black plays Nobi and white cuts, this semi will be won by white because it's 4 liberties against 3. So this is a bit painful for black. Therefore, black will connect directly. Then white can play a Hane or a jump. Now on the Hane, black might cut, but here white can go Atari, Atari again, then just connect solid and give up the two stones, because already black's shape it's too heavy and black invested lots of stones to capture the two and just survive in the corner. White got Sente, strong formation on the outside, and can continue with a double approach to gain some more. So white pulled back. Another option is to play Hane directly. If black goes up, white plays the peep, black connects, and now white defends too. And if black plays the crosscut, it's okay to sacrifice Atari, Atari again. Once you play the Atari above, black has this kind of shape. So it's already, it looks like p4 it's wasted, because it's an empty triangle and black doesn't need that move. And now when white connects here, black also has to capture this stone. Of course black can turn once and then come back and protect, but black doesn't always want to turn. He prefers to take directly, because in this case he might invade here later. But the thing is, for white it's very good to connect at 7 in Sente to get this thickness on the outside and then play away, instead of going down and then come back and protect against the cutting point. This would waste a move. Or for example, if black plays the cut, then captures the stone, white will set up a ladder, but black can play a ladder breaker here, white needs another stone, and black can defend the corner also. So this would be wrong for white. Okay, so white simply pulls back and hopes to attack the group more. Now for black it's very proper to play O2. That's exactly the move white wants to play, which he did. That's very good. Then turn to put some pressure on the group. Now here black could jump again. Playing this move doesn't change much. And the way white defends should be hanging connection to give you some eye shape. Because this one is true, it doesn't leave quadrants, but it's just an empty triangle and it looks ugly. Imagine at some point the group gets surrounded. When black gets a move here at L3, there is no eye around M2. Now when you have the hanging connection and the same kind of thing happens, white can block and there's an eye at N2. So that's important in the future. Anyway, white could also leave it. I mean, play one Atari here. The problem with this Atari is that black can bump, white needs to Nobi, and then black has time to defend here. It's hard to kill the group now, or simply jump out. So white still wants to put pressure on this group, but the group is already out at 06. Black descends, so this gives at least one eye in the corner and the possibility to descend and create two eyes. So now white has to play away. Atari this is wrong. Black should bump or connect like this. Black doesn't have to let the cut happen, or at least connect this way. Because when white cuts, black has to go down and leave in the corner. I mean, after this push and cut. Black needs to descend and make 4 points. It's such a painful life, and he gets separated in the center. So white extends back. That's very good. Here, black can play the bump or defend c6. That's a bit too much. c6 is the first move black should consider, and later on come back at d2. That's always the order. When black plays d2, for white it's very comfortable to go d6. C6, because c6 is where black can enclose the corner and make 15 points. So now black has to come out, then white can play a peep and connect, and black is on the run. This will happen actually later in the game, and it's good. Push and cut here is nice. Now black has to descend and make twice. Actually, black can go up. If black extends here, he will set up a trap. I mean, he's looking to cut and ladder, so white needs to connect. Then black can push once and also play the cut like this. Then Atari from the outside couple of times, and after this, go back and make life. And well, these 4 stones in the middle, they are still a target. But if he wants to use that stone and fight, it's much more interesting to extend than to play Atari. Because this Atari, white just connects and the 2 stones, they are still floating. So black had to go down to leave, and white is trying to catch 2 stones. Actually, that's not important. Because anyway, the group on the bottom is very strong, the group on the right is fine too. And these 2 stones, even if they jump, they are weak. So you better focus in other areas on the board. Punish the corner first, or approach the top right, or approach the top left, or split the middle, I mean the top side in the middle. But going for 2 stones like this is really nothing. I mean, if black just doesn't care about the 2 stones and grabs a point here, he already fixed the problem. Then white plays another move to catch 2 stones, black can play a peep, he's happy to give them up, then he takes another big point like this, or approach on the right side, just to limit all the thickness white build in the middle and the right. So this would be better for black. But black runs out, he doesn't want to leave any soldier behind, and white jumps ahead. That's a good move. Normally it's good enough to play a 1-space jump, but playing a 2-space jump, white is trying to get ahead of black, so it makes sense. This push is taking away liberties, white needs to double up, so this group is just heavy. White connects, that's fine. Jump again, white jumps too. It's very good to approach the corner. Actually here for white is good enough to play r12. It's going to fix the territory, and black still needs some moves to help his group in the center, maybe something like this, and jump along. Anyway, r14 approach the corner, not bad. White comes in, black comes in, and here things can become a little complicated for black. In fact, white should just play a double approach. The group on the right is still strong, so here if this happens, white can fix a base on the right side and try to punish that q11. Anyway, white comes like this, trying to separate the groups in the middle, maybe something like that, and catch the stones, but then r14 will die on a pretty large scale. Okay, so Tsuke. Now we have a fight all over. Black can actually give up these guys. They are not so important anymore. And in the end, white has to play many moves to capture them, and then focus on trying to catch these 2 stones on the right and compensate, because if black kills the 2 stones with a lot of surrounding territory, it's bigger than giving up the 5 stones. So the trade should be good. Now it's still dangerous. Lots of cutting points. Would be nice for white to come out here, because the group in the middle is still in trouble. And even if black plays something like this, the 2 stones in the top right, they still keep some ag, for example, to invade the sun and live in the top. But now the group in the center is separated, so it's on the run anyway. Like this, it's quite nice for black to get the tiger mouth, but there is still a cutting point, that's fine. So push to live in the corner, to secure the top right. Black should connect solid, and then white will play a hanging connection. Now black has time to defend against the cut, and white needs to extend. This would be a peaceful way. Let's see if white can cut. Tuk, 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 tuk. Maybe cut it's too much. Yeah, better block. Hmm. Yeah, it doesn't work. Black has this, white Atari, take 3 stones, take 1 back, and wow, a 4 sequence. So go down. Now protect against the cut, that's good. And white protects too. Let's see something else. If white extends like this and black cuts, white has this move, then hane, then turn. It's a loose ladder capture. But playing m16, it's obvious that white wants to make sure black is not going to cut here, because now it's either Atari and ladder up or just net. So white is safe. Black doesn't need this move, this can hurt him. This one is just a protection in the middle, but it's actually better to play the other Keima. Now with this move, black still doesn't threaten the cut in the top, and white can play here, then push, then connect, and the group is still on the run. So it needs to jump out, then attack the top, and make a nice moyo. All of a sudden, 30 points are coming up. This extension was good. Hane, connect, and cut. Now here, white doesn't actually have to sacrifice those stones. White can play Atari first. If black goes Atari under, white will capture a stone and it's safe. And if black connects, white can resist. Atari once, then go down. Now if black plays Atari and Atari, white captures everything. If black turns, white connects. Black has 3 liberties, but white got 4. And when black plays here, white can turn and clamp to connect to the top and not be forced to play inside. Otherwise, if this happens, white needs to play all these moves inside. But anyway, those stones are connected. So it's not necessary to sacrifice when you can save them. Also, it works to play Atari here. If black counter Atari, capture the stone. When black connects, connect under. When black plays Atari here, you gotta fight a ko or connect, then Atari, then take, then connect under, and give up a few stones in the tail. I mean, if black plays here, you're not going to connect because it's Atari and Atari. And that's pretty much it. You're already connected on the right side. This is Sente. Yeah, just play away and give up the tail. So that's an option too. But the best thing to do, it's Atari first. Q7. Then when black connects, go down. That's a 4 sequence and it's not so hard to read. So like this, white sacrifices some stones and takes Gote. So here it's where black won a tactical fight in a pretty lucky way. Probably white was lazy to read what happens if Atari and resist and so on. Now push, connect, okay. Then black blocks and this is complete Gote. Black should actually defend here or extend in the top to stop white expanding that area. If white approaches f17 is very nice. Okay, that happened. Black defends. And this is a bit loose. Leaves the Sansan evasion. Black should still defend tight. Oh, finally this move arrived. In the top left is good to jump Sansan, but c6 is very good because black is under pressure. So black has to come out. And he was still supposed to go out with a Kosumi. Or in this case, he can play a second line move just to keep the corner safe. Then white comes in the corner. So peep, very good. Connect. And hanging connection. These shapes are good. Now black's wall looks like a floating group. So black comes in. That's fine. He wants to fix. And he's okay. He's alive, but painful. You don't have to play Atari on the second line. There is Atari on the 4th line, and this has more prospects in the middle. Actually, it's okay not to play any Atari and decide later. If white plays a move in the top and black comes up, white can steal Atari under. But white doesn't need this Atari. I mean, white can also go down in the end game and then play Atari and Atari like this. Also, if black plays Hane block and he connects here against the double Atari, then there is the Atari above and jump in the middle to grab a few extra points. But this sequence is mostly endgame, so no rush with the Ataris. Maybe use them as a co-threat. Good idea why I didn't connect J2, it would be gotten. C16, it's interesting, but it's good enough to play C17. If black blocks like this, or white goes down in this case, black has an extension too close to his own thickness, so it's already over concentrated and he needs to jump again, then white can reduce from below. Now if black blocks the other way, white will push, and here the Hane it's a problem, so black has to nob again. White can push along or Hane in the top. Hane block connect, black will connect, white can go down, but it's not really necessary, can just push. If black bumps, the group in the corner it's already alive, it's a longer L formation, then white can jump or play this move and then jump out. White is actually looking at ways to cut a D14. So black needs another move here, then white can take away the extension and black has to come out in the center. So this group is just a wall that's running in the middle and build nothing. White got the corner, white still builds the left, the top side, and also a little bit on the left. This would be a very good way for white to punish that corner. So now black Hane, and white should think about the crosscut to make things more complicated. If crosscut, black might play a Nobi or an Atari, and on the Nobi, Atari under, hanging connection, black has to turn and capture a stone, then the corner is pretty much shared, white got a nice formation in the top, black is solid in the corner, then extend on the left side. But it still feels like black is a bit over concentrated. He got like 10 points here, but so did white in the top. That would be a peaceful variation. Now it got more messy. Very strange follow-up, lots of ponukis. Yeah, this is good. In this case, it's okay to connect, because when you take, that stone dies anyway, black will put pressure here, and anyway when black plays here and you capture, black doesn't profit at b15, he's already strong. So this left side looks good, but black got also very thick in the corner and also finished Sente, so he can put some pressure here or invade the top. This push is not necessary, it's a wasted quotret. Black can invade the top like this, and this is a kind of situation where black has to capture a stone, but it's a lot of profit already. So this push it's a wasted threat, because white is already strong on the left side. Very nice. Black was supposed to play something here. This is a key point. And then when white crawls under to connect, white will make territory on the first line. So for white it's very nice to catch this move at d9. Then black, squeeze. If black wants those two stones, he needs to play c2. But white can discard them because black is already alive. White can play away, then black will catch two stones. White will play away again and just expand territories in the open areas on the board. So playing here, it's actually a minus for black. At least with this Atari, black finished Sente. If black plays Atari under to false DI, black will set up this kind of, black will just get Ingote. So Atari, white captures, and that maneuver didn't help much. Han is good. Cut. Atari okay. Atari again. Here black should, white should capture right away. When black connects, white connects under. And if black cuts, this can be dangerous for black. White has the counter Atari. When black goes up, white connects. When black takes, white Atari again and connects under, and now the stones just die inside. There is no way out and not enough room for two eyes. And these Ataris will not help. So white went down, in which case black cannot go down directly because white has a cut and then capture. Okay, so black needs to connect, but then white can turn, black will push, and again the peep, Atari from the outside. Black gets lots of forcey moves and can build something in the center. What happened in the actual game? Atari force here. Actually here white should take right away. When black connects, white can still link under with a jump. It's a little bit of reducing, but it's not such a tragedy. If white cuts, black can, when black cuts, white can Atari like this and capture the stones, or just play a net, this move, and it's fine. On this move, capture. So white is all connected. Playing like this, white is giving up some points, and instead of Atari under, white should drop down. And this is actually fine, because white captures the L17 stone and also all the surrounding territory. Everything is connected. It's just that black got the reducing in Sente. So that's a fine option. Playing like this, black and Atari. Yeah. shouldn't give that stone. You can just connect. When black goes down, there's a Tesuji to connect. Simply clamp at F18. So when black comes up, white connects under. When black descends, white cuts. And now black has only 2 liberties. If Atari go out, if Hanet turn, when block, Atari, and you capture him faster. So you don't need to sacrifice another stone. This is another tactical fight where black got some profit. Because he keeps capturing stones. And well, black would like to fight a ko, but he needs ko threats for this. This is a kind of do or die ko, because when black connects here, white captures more. But if black managed to find one ko threat, that's a very big one. A very big ko to win. For example, if black plays here, threatening the cut, white needs to protect N16 or O16, then black captures the ko. Now, if white doesn't fight a good enough ko threat, but okay, white has this kind of threat. Okay, black will answer. But let's say black ignores. If black ignores, he captures a stone here. White kills a corner, then black goes down. And now he will capture more stones. And actually, when black captures those guys, the entire top right corner is in danger. So black might ignore any ko threat, because once he captures... So wait a second, zack. This. Once he captures here, white has to come back and protect L18 to keep the top right alive, and then he can answer the ko threat. So this would be terrible for white. But black connected, and white defends too. Here white can actually defend with a hanging connection. Then when black blocks, white can play here. If black comes down, and Atari again, and Atari again, and take away liberty, it's 1, 2, 3 against 1, 2, 3. So black gets captured faster. That can happen. Anyway, white connect is solid, that's fine. And then jump. This kind of jump soon. The hand in the corner was centered, that's okay. Here black can connect solid to leave less ko threats. Jump is big. Actually, if white doesn't jump, so let's say white plays in the middle, black can throw in, play on the outside, Atari, and then take away liberty. And now there are only 2 against 3, so white will lose the race. White was very alert here to play the one space jump and keep the liberties. So throw in, take. Now if black plays here, then Atari, then push, then block, there are 3 against 3. So black can get lots of outside forcing moves and create a semidori. So actually black should do this variation to force white play inside several times. Like this, white played only 1 move inside. In the other variation, white has to play 3 moves on the outside to capture the 3 black stones. So that will lose more points. This jump is good. This push, white should turn E19. Then when Atari connect, that will destroy 2 more points. Because like this, black will go Atari, and actually black saves D17, D19. So he makes 2 extra points. Anyway, the sequence is centered for black, so it's better to destroy 2 more points in the process. Every point matters. And actually those are 8 points, so for example, if white turns here, black captures 8 points, white plays Atari, black connects, and white jumps in the middle, maybe in this variation, white can make more than 8 points in the middle, so it's worth giving up 4 stones and keep center. Because connecting the 4 stones is gote, and capturing the 4 stones for black, it's also gote. This was center, also center, yeah, that's eye shape, it's good. Now jump, but this jump is very close to black's thickness, so black can counter like that. Must jump a little bit further from thickness, so just tengen. But anyway, it's tough to build the middle. I mean, even if, for example, when white plays here, black will no be. If white jumps in the middle this way, black can come from the left or from the top. If white tries to enclose the top like this, black comes from the right, and still black can penetrate from the bottom. I mean, there are like 3 directions for black to reduce, and black played a desperate invasion. He didn't need to. This is actually where black is losing the game, because in the middle, if black simply plays moves like this to reduce but keep his stones connected, it's good enough to win the game. Like this, black can make a few points using his thickness, and white will just build the points that he already builds. I mean, he's not going to increase the territory much or expand. And somehow black played some desperate moves here inside, and he just got captured. Here black can push along and then connect. But in fact, he should just run out with the group. One space jump, it's really bad. Now somehow those stones got trapped inside. Hane, very good. Then push. Actually here, white can play a net. If black pushes, white blocks. If Atari, black can just white can Atari from the outside, and it's a snapback. And even if white doesn't see the snapback, white can Atari directly here. So those stones are captured already. Another way for white is to play Atari here, push along, threatening to Atari in the middle, keep pushing like this, and then block this way, so capture the 4 stones on a larger scale. But this is actually where the game turned, because white can play a Kosumi here. If black turns, jump out, oops, like this, then double up or something, and the stones are also captured inside. And something similar happened. Those guys died. Yeah, double up. Actually here, white can play the bump, because this is threatening the nose Tesuji, the Atari, and catch more stones. But anyway, white played in a safe way. Then yeah, this block is very good. So black can realize the stones are in trouble and just push like this and give them up, but at least compensate by destroying some other points. Like this, white got the territory at maximum. When white blocked f7, all the stones die inside, and white just builds more than he ever dreamed in the center. So this is where white won the game. Now here black missed the capture again. It's a loose ladder, no liberties. Atari go out. Here white can turn, destroy more points on Atari capture, Atari connect. Actually, even turn again, because when this Atari you capture and black is in Atari, and black has to come back. When white turns like this and black connects, white can capture these guys anyway. There are only 2 liberties. Besides, white has the double Atari and damage more points in the middle. So it's better to turn, because like this, black covers and he made a few extra points in the center. So this game, white could have won even bigger. That's a 1-point block. It's very small. It's much better to push Atari here. If black goes Atari on 3 stones, white can connect and white loses 1 point. But white can also give the 3 stones. Those are 6 points. For example, take 2 stones, black captures 3. Now you can connect against the Atari, or Atari here, give up the stone and capture 2 more, and this trade is actually fine for white. But just playing Atari in the center, if black Atari here, you can connect, so you lose 1 point, but now black has to come back and fix the problem in the middle. So black has to protect here, then Atari like this. If black connects, capture 2 more stones. If black covers, take another stone. If Atari, connect. Now black needs to protect and connect the bottom of J2. J2 is much bigger than 1 point on the left. So these kind of blocks like A3, reflex block for 1 point, should be removed from the style or the system. So just block, you see, all of a sudden black got like 12 points here instead of being penetrated and small reduced. This move is not necessary. If white connects and black turns, white can still block. If black pushes, white blocks. There are 3 liberties. The cut is not a problem, you can capture here. So this is a defense just to make sure nothing happens. But you can lose games by half a point defending when you're in a favorable position. That center was good. White should actually play this kind of move and then go down and catch another stone. But now it doesn't really matter anymore. Everything seems fine for white. Very good, white got the point at J2. And here, you don't need to defend inside. You better play Atari and block like this or double up, because this cut is not going to do anything. I mean, those stones are dead inside anyway. So playing this move, it's actually minus. Now black can play G5. So in fact, this game can be won by white by more than 10 points. I mean, if you just imagine that white could penetrate H12, don't answer inside 2 times when not necessary. And already for high level cube player or an advanced cube player, which is close to 1 dan level, you're not supposed to play moves like a double digit cube just to protect, because maybe you think something can happen, but you were lazy to read these local variations. So lots of interesting tactics to go over. I hope you enjoyed this review and win bigger next time.